forgive you for this.
We might have a lead on what happened to Lily.
We feel like we should check it out.
Yeah, of course. Do whatever it takes to keep the family safe.
So Matt Clark is free.
Just disappeared. Once he was released, he took off.
That means he could be anywhere. He could be on this ranch. How is this happening again?
The Young and the Restless, YNR, recap for Thursday, April 9th, reveals that Audra Charles, Zuleika Silver, will make an eavesdropping discovery while Holden Novak, Nathan Owens, opens up to Claire Newman, Haley Aaron. Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, will also reel as she finds out about her sibling connection to Holden, so there'll be a lot happening in Genoa City. At Crimson Lights, Holden will agree to get tested and see if he's a donor match for Malcolm Winters, Shamar Moore. Dr. Stephanie Simmons, Vivica A. Fox, will step away to make the arrangements while Holden and Malcolm try to process their father-son shocker. Stephanie will eventually get everything set up at a nearby clinic, so she'll text Holden the location and send him off for testing. Once the test is done, Holden will head to society and fume over Stephanie's deception all these years. Audra will find Holden talking to himself and will realize something's wrong, but he won't be interested in confiding in her. After Holden sends Audra away, Claire will pop up and wonder if Holden would like to talk to her instead. Audra will stand around the corner and eavesdrop as Holden opens up about finding out his mom lied about who his bio dad was. Holden will explain that he just met Malcolm, who is Lily's biological father as well. Audra will seem taken aback over that huge news before she eventually rushes off on Thursday's YNR episode. As for Holden, he'll confide in Claire about feeling overwhelmed, especially since he's in the position to potentially save Malcolm's life as a bone marrow donor. Holden will still be waiting on the test results when he declines to answer Stephanie's phone call. Instead, Holden will want to go for a walk with Claire, so she'll take his hand as they head out. Meanwhile, Malcolm will question how Stephanie could keep his son from him, but she won't really have good answers for that. Stephanie will rehash how they weren't together that long and how she didn't want to disrupt Malcolm's career as it was taking off. Stephanie will wonder if Malcolm would have honestly been ready to be a father back then, or if he would have viewed the baby as an obstacle and become resentful. Malcolm will guess they'll never know and will ultimately head off to fill Lily in on everything. At the Abbott mansion, Lily will confide in Tracy Abbott, Beth Maitland, who'll comfort her as she cries over Malcolm's aplastic anemia and the fact that she's not a viable donor candidate. Tracy will urge Lily to tell Malcolm right away so he can look into other options. Lily will feel like she's letting Malcolm down, but Tracy will promise that's not the case and will remain hopeful about Malcolm pulling through this. Later, Lily will meet up with Malcolm, who'll surprise her by admitting he already found out she can't be his donor. However, Malcolm will hint about Stephanie offering another solution. After Malcolm admits he was romantically involved with Stephanie once upon a time, he'll reveal that she was secretly pregnant when she left town. Malcolm will confess that he just learned he has a son, which means Lily has a half-brother. Before Lily can wrap her head around that, she'll find out she already knows her new sibling since he's Holden Novak. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Lily will sit there gaping in shock, so stay tuned. The Thursday, April 9th episode of The Young and the Restless served as a masterclass in emotional fallout, delivering a powerful hour of television that pivoted on two major axes: the crumbling of Holden Novak's carefully constructed walls and the quiet devastation of Lily Winters as she grappled with a secret that could save, or doom, her family. In a week already brimming with the return of Shamar Moore as the ailing Malcolm Winters and the ever-present scheming of Genoa City's elite, this episode zeroed in on character-driven drama. It was an installment where past sins refused to stay buried, forcing confessions that reshaped the future. As Malcolm's life hung in the balance due to a dire medical crisis, the residents of Genoa City found themselves confronting the uncomfortable truth that blood is often thicker than water, but secrets are the heaviest burden of all. This recap dives deep into the pivotal moments of the April 9th episode, focusing on Holden's shocking revelation to Claire Newman and the ensuing tension with Audra Charles, while also covering the emotional support system rallying around Lily. A city on edge, setting the scene for reckoning. The atmosphere in Genoa City was palpably tense as the episode opened. The news of Malcolm Winter's critical illness had begun to trickle through the community, though the full scope of the paternity secret remained tightly guarded. However, secrets have a way of creating pressure, and nowhere was that pressure more evident than in the uneasy dynamic between Holden Novak and Audra Charles. For weeks, the sharp-eyed executive has been circling Holden, sensing that the handsome newcomer was hiding more than just a mysterious past in Los Angeles. Audra, who thrives on leverage and information, had made it her mission to peel back Holden's layers, but on this Thursday, she found herself facing a door that was slammed shut with unprecedented force. The episode cleverly used the setting of society to highlight the friction. The ambient noise of clinking glasses and quiet conversation served as a stark contrast to the ice forming between Holden and Audra at a corner table. Audra, dressed in her signature power attire, leaned in with a predatory smile, probing for weaknesses. She referenced his busy schedule and his sudden, intense interest in the Newman family orbit. "You're usually so hard to pin down, Holden," she purred, her eyes narrowing. "One might think you were avoiding me." The line was a test, and the result was explosive. Holden's usual charming demeanor evaporated, replaced by a steely reserve that took Audra completely off guard. He didn't deflect with a joke or a flirtatious counter. He simply stood up, threw cash on the table, and told her in a low, dangerous tone that he didn't have time for games. He walked away without looking back, leaving Audra stunned and visibly furious. This wasn't just a rejection, it was an erasure. For a woman who prides herself on being one step ahead, being dismissed so coldly indicated that whatever was consuming Holden was far bigger than a corporate rivalry or a fleeting romance. It was life or death. The breaking point: Holden's vulnerability finds a witness. While Holden was pushing Audra away with brutal efficiency, he was simultaneously being drawn toward Claire Newman with a magnetic pull he couldn't resist. The contrast in his demeanor was the episode's central acting showcase. With Audra, he was granite. With Claire, he was fractured glass. The show has been carefully building the connection between Holden and Claire over the preceding weeks, establishing her as someone who sees past his bravado. Following his confrontation with Audra, a visibly shaken Holden retreated to the Genoa City Athletic Club, hoping to disappear into the